So today I want to talk to you about a little hack I've kind of stumbled across, and it's about how to control your anxiety or worry or stress levels using breath work. So if you're somebody who is going through some challenging times, or you just always feel under stress or under pressure, keep on watching, keep on listening. Hopefully this one might be useful for you. Welcome back to consecutive day 1654 of a diary of a runpreneur. And today's episode, I want to talk to you about breath work and how it can really have a really positive impact on your ability to control your emotions. Before we get started, do remember though, this is a fundraiser to save the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultra marathon of run vlogging on consecutive days, the distance of a lap of the world, barefoot style. So do give us a subscribe, share, like and comment. More people we get in front of, more money we raise, more children's lives we save, which is why I do it every day. Thank you. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. Breath work. So the reason for this topic is no matter where you are in your life or what you do, stress is the silent killer. We all experience stress in one shape or other. And there's nothing we can do about it. Life is stressful. Whether we feel that we've got the most ridiculous levels of stress humanly possible to deal with, or we've just got a very small amount of stress to deal with. It makes no difference. Well, it does make a significant difference, but the point I'm trying to make is that it doesn't matter who we are, stress is in part and parcel of life. And it's often the people who are perceived to be happier or more successful, or however you want to quantify or grade people in level of success and happiness, usually it's down to their ability to manage stress levels more effectively and more efficiently than others. And I'm very, very late to the party here because, my way of kind of dealing with stress in daily life and all that type of stuff is through my daily running blog. I've talked, openly and honestly about, despite it being the purpose of it is philanthropic, the side effects from a personal beneficial perspective are profound. And managing my emotions and controlling my stress levels is part and parcel of that. But I've kind of stumbled across something else, and this was only down to somebody else with an entrepreneur I know who recently had, put a post into a big community group of entrepreneurs, put a very open and honest, vulnerable post into that group about having a panic attack and how it was up there with the single most worst things this individual had ever experienced. And I thought, well, I've never experienced that. However, that's not to say that I may never will or I may never will. And he was quite open and honest about how he'd managed to come through it and how he'd managed to bring himself back round and control himself before it got to a kind of a more severe level. And his answer was quite simply a breathwork exercise. Now, I can't detail the exact breathwork that he kind of did. I just took away from the conversation that, in times of severe adversity or severe stress, whether it's panic, worry, anxiety, the way that this individual managed to come through that was through breath work. And it's something that, I've already associated kind of breath work with meditation and all these things that I've always known to help so many people, but I've always found myself being quite resistant to using them. I don't know really why. I just feel that I've always felt that kind of meditation is more spiritual and all that side of things. And although I completely believe and respect faith, religion, spirituality and all that side of things, it's never really been an area that I've kind of delved into. I've always found other ways to kind of manage my emotions and stress levels. And so I thought, do you know what? This is such a profound post that I'd be foolish to not give it a try. Now, like I said, I'm not, a breathwork expert or anything at all. All I've done is that I've realised that I have a little app on my smart watch, my Apple Watch Ultra 2 Black, which is so the reality is that I thought, like, I need to give this a go. It's called Mindfulness, this app, and it's broken down into 3 categories. I'm probably at the very, I'm sure it probably gets a bit more advanced for those who want to utilise more advanced techniques, but for somebody who's completely new to this, it's simply 3 sections: logging how I feel, my state of mind, and it's just a very simple continuum from very unpleasant to very pleasant, and several steps in between, and the reason for feeling the way I do. And you can log it for how you felt throughout the day, or for how you feel at a specific moment. And to be honest with you, that's not breathwork at all, but just by populating that, I feel like this, because of this, it almost instantly feels like a little bit of weight has lifted off your shoulders. So that's kind of the first part of it. The second part of it is breathe. And this is the bit that I feel gives you the most benefit. And all it is it's a minute or 2 of controlled breathing. And on the smartwatch or a smartphone, it will do the same thing. It has this kind of moving graphic on the screen that gets bigger when you need to inhale, so your lungs are kind of inhaling oxygen, and it gets smaller when you're exhaling, so you're pushing that kind of carbon dioxide out of your mouth and nose, back into the wide world. And it does it in a very controlled state. And you know, even when you're feeling, and I've only tried this, I can't say that I've ever tried it in a time where I've been under extreme pressure, but I've tried it when I've just felt a bit low. You know, we all get highs and lows throughout the day, and I've just tried it when I felt a bit low, and I instantly felt better after doing this breathing. It just calmed my heart rate down, slowed everything down, got all my kind of bodily functions back into some orderly fashion, and with the addition of logging how I felt at that given point in time, it was quite significant how it kind of lifted my emotional state. And then the third part of this process is reflect, and this is an interesting one. It kind of gives you different things to reflect about, but basically, again, you press it, you get 1 to 2 minutes of this moving graphic. It's very calming and soothing graphic you look into, and it's asking you to think about something or reflect on something. It gives you different topics each day, which takes your mind away from perhaps why you were stressed or unhappy or anxious or worried, and allows you to kind of focus on something else that you might be grateful for, or you might reflect on something positive. And again, almost immediately kind of lifts your mood. And the last one is that when you're logging your state of mind, I think I've spoken about it briefly, but you can log how you felt over the course of the whole day, as opposed to just a split second in time. When you're doing it a split second in time, it's probably more relevant when you are literally having a panic attack of some kind. But logging it for how you feel, you know, overall over the course of the day, is probably more beneficial, so you can see the kind of trends on how you're feeling emotionally. And it's probably useful to then look back on this and reflect why you're feeling the way you are and for what reasons, so that you can kind of make better decisions in the future for how you can kind of control these negative forces on your body and mind. So the learnings from my diary today are that I've now had first-hand experience for the first time of using a breathwork technique, only a very basic one, but I've had first-hand experience of using it when I felt a little bit low, and the impact of it was profound. And it's something that I want to introduce to my daily life now, because I think there's so much of a profound positive impact it had on me. It's definitely something that I feel I need to do more every day. Not multiple times a day, but I'll do it once a day. And I feel that it gives me so much in a positive perspective. So just to summarise what I use, it's just the mindfulness app on iOS or watchOS, and it has 3 areas. It has state of mind, so you log how you feel either at that moment in time or how you felt over the course of the day and the reasons for why you felt it. And it's just ticking a box. It's really quick and easy to do. The second part is breathe. 1 to 2 minutes of controlled breathing, following a kind of graphic instruction on the screen that shows you when to inhale and when to exhale for 1 to 2 minutes. It's amazing how much better you feel after that. And then the third one is reflecting, where you're just looking at a very calming, soothing graphic on your watch or your phone, and it asks you to think or reflect upon certain things, which takes your mind off of potentially what you're worrying or stressing about, and almost makes you feel gratitude or positive or thankful. Really, really powerful stuff. And it's something I'll certainly be looking to introduce more into my daily life. So if you've never ever tried breathwork, but regardless of whether you're a stressed, overwhelmed individual or not, you should definitely give it a go. I really do think that it can make a really positive difference to you and your mental health. So anyway, that's it for me. Any questions or comments, drop me a line. I will respond to everyone. Remember though, if you believe in my mission of saving the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultramarathon of run vlogging on consecutive days, the distance of a lap of the world, barefoot style, do give this a subscribe, share, like and comment. More people we get in front of, more money we raise, more children's lives we save, which is why I do this every single day. Thank you as always, stay positive, stay happy, and I'll see you again tomorrow.